And this one is 4, which routes to there. Going to want to keep it composite for as long as possible until we need to uncompress the lines. Or decompress. This is going to be difficult. There. And so now all of these are controlled manually, finally. We just need to do the same with the other one. And in this case we can do the same thing we did last time. Discarding all of these, because it's likely just going to get in the way of the new machine. There. Now, about this, we can test the defense control.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Oh, that's incorrect. That's the wrong line for that. This should be swapped with this. So, in the wiring, all we need to do now is do some minor rerouting. There. And now it should function correctly.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Just look at that. It's like a permanent shield because nothing can get through it fast enough. Perfect.
More missile cruisers.
Oh, that's a problem. The way I did this makes it so that I'm going to need to replace this with the more sophisticated machine. Yes. The original splitter is still more efficient.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Which means we should replace this one again with that. Because any other course of action would obviously be a mistake in this case. So now... I see. Whichever side we're defending from will also be attacking towards with this control setup. And the resources will be split evenly between all of the ones that require it.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
And so, probably what's preferable is something like like exactly what we have over there. And we're going to want another ceiling here just like before. Like this. And actually, these are too close together because last time we were operating with single blocks. This is no longer like that. So in fact, this will probably need to be mutated severely in order to function correctly anymore. I think I can fix it by moving this back by 1. I'm not sure that's far enough. What if I approach from this angle? There.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Now naturally, they'll not want to rise anymore. Here on this level we can have this, and these just send everything directly to where it needs to be. Going to need more lift. In that case. There. And then from this level we can split this. Oh wait, that's still 1 level too low. In that case, 1 more. And that looks complete. Now the routing we can do after we see how it works so far.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Oh, that's a problem.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Yeah, it's still a problem.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Since we're always going to be using one of these at a time at least, I don't think overflow will be too much of a problem. Now we can think about routing. This is number 1, which easily routes to here. Yes. Number 2 should be... No wait. That's not number 1, that's number 3. Which is... this one. There. Number 1 is actually this one here. The routing is the only part of this that's going to be a nightmare. It already is actually, look at this. I did not employ good techniques when initially designing this. 4th one should be that one right there. So I can do that immediately to get that out of the way first before continuing. Like this. There. And the final one, which is that one. It needs an attachment from number 2, which is this one here. There, the worst wiring possible, but it works. And it slightly obscures our visor also. That's fun.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our
Now
space.
let's test its functionality. Oh. Still need this to be here.
A
There.
lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
What is this? Oh, that's a minor problem.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
That's another problem. In that case...
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
I forgot to account for something. So let's actually switch sides first. Yes, look, it jams. That's a problem. And so, removing this, I think this was actually correct originally.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
But the problem with that is it doesn't split evenly, it only selects the first one. In that case, I have another idea that might work.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
This has the potential of functioning correctly.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
No. This routing is going to be a problem. So, in order to split evenly, this is almost a philosophical question. I think I have a new idea. That's probably a bad idea. There's one more idea. We could have a line that goes through all of these in sequence with stops at each one of them, and then pushers to push them in when necessary. This is becoming irritating.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space. A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Currently,
A
we
lone missile cruiser
can
has
do
entered
some
our
things
space.
to test first, however. What is this? That's attached to number 4. That is very incorrect. These two are swapped. So actually, this goes here, and this goes... Wait. This goes here, and this goes here, like that. There. Now that's correct.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
I had no reason to suspect that this may be the most difficult one so far, except for it being the second to last level. In fact, saying that, I realize how stupid that sentence was. I was speaking without thinking. A new idea. What about a vertical separator?
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
What about something like this?
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space. A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
May not be ideal.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Yes, I see how that can be a problem. What about something like this?
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
Ah, yes, no, that would also not work. There is one option, but it will require a clock for each one of these separately. That is, the output of which is toggled by AND gates that are routed from these. That may be the best option. Actually, it would probably be a good idea to reset all of this first before continuing, because now it's just becoming a mess. Almost back to original grade of progress.
A lone missile cruiser
That functions
has entered
again.
our space.
Could probably accelerate this if we were to get rid of that part there.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space. A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
I see what the problem is now.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
That's also not ideal. What if we were to make one and then rotate it? That would probably be less complicated than this travesty.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
There.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
And now we can rotate it at this juncture.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
And send that here.
A lone missile cruiser has entered our space.
This looks correct. And finally, with this one. Now, with both of these, the new plan is to have the rapid-fire clock-based system. And this time I would prefer to do good busing, because last time was a disaster. In fact, why not route that above instead?